We actually have content today, and that content is one of my favorites, one of your favorites. Am I the asshole? You know, I ask myself this every day. So now I get to, you know, judge other people and if they're assholes. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my sister I am never babysitting for her again? I, 37-year-old male, am single, child-free, and have 2 dogs. They are very well behaved and super nice. My nibblings, aged 2 to 13, love them. Siblings, I'm assuming? I have 4 sisters and they have 10 kids total. So I babysit a lot. I work from home and I'm pretty much always available to watch the older ones since I can easily work while they're at my apartment. And when they need care for the little ones, I just move my schedule around a little bit. A niece and nephew is a nibbling? Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Nibbling is a real word for niece and nephews? What? I reject that. I reject that and I hate that. I hate that. Yesterday, 4 of my nibblings, okay, it really isn't a typo. They're just saying it again. Okay, yesterday, 4 of my nibblings, I really don't like it. It sounds like he's nibbling on them. Like they're his snacks. I don't like that. Yesterday, 4 of my nibblings were at my place, ages 3, 5, 7, and 8. 7 and 8 are siblings. I have just one super strict rule at my house. No chocolate. It's deadly for dogs. I don't like it anyway, and kids can easily go the afternoon without it. Okay. The 7 and 8-year-old obviously brought chocolate with them and shared with the 3 and 5-year-old. I was in the kitchen making them drinks. They were in the living room. My dogs were sleeping on the balcony. I came into the living room and there were obviously chocolate crumbs everywhere. I asked who had the chocolate, and the 7 and 8-year-old admitted that mom gave it to them, and they always have some with them, but usually they eat it in secret. When my sister came to pick them up a few hours later, I told her what happened, and she said that her kids are big enough to not make a chocolate mess. I told her I'm never babysitting for her again. Well, okay. She is furious and says I overreacted. Another sister of mine agrees with her. My mom thinks I am wrong for putting my dogs before the children. Am I the asshole? Okay. A bit of a jump. It is a bit of a jump to be like, you guys hid chocolate? You guys keep bringing chocolate and eating in secret? Never again will you be at my house. But your house, your rules. If you only have one very strict rule, no chocolate in the house, and your sister knows that, that's disrespectful. You're not being shown enough respect, and here's the problem, right? They're children. So I feel like it's almost like punishing them, being like, I'm never gonna babysit for you, because that means that they're not gonna be coming to your house anymore. So that's the only place where it gets a little gray. It feels like almost like you're punishing the children. Your sister should know better, and she knew that this was your one strict rule, and they're like, yeah, we always just hide it and eat it in secret because mom said we can. That's so disrespectful. She's teaching her kids that they can get away with it as long as they don't get caught. Exactly. Not only is this disrespectful, but it is terrible parenting. I'm sorry, but they're like, oh, you're going to this place? They have one strict rule. Don't get caught. Just do it anyway, but just don't get caught. Eat it in secret. Why would you want to teach your kids that? They did find crumbs too, like the dogs could have eaten that. Yeah, the crumbs wouldn't have been enough to kill the dog, but yeah, if he found crumbs, he's like, clearly there's chocolate here. And the mom's saying, they're actually old enough to not be making a chocolate mess. Bro, 3 years old? 5 years old? Even 7 and 8. What do you mean they're old enough to not make a chocolate fucking mess? I am in my 30s and I make a chocolate mess. What do you mean? There's an age on when you stop making messes? Pardon? My guy is right. They can go an afternoon without chocolate. She gives it to them before they go. It feels like purposeful BM instead of feeding it to them as a reward after. Exactly! Or be like, if you're good for your uncle, when I pick you up, I'll give you a piece of chocolate. That way, you're using it to reinforce good behavior, and you're also not breaking the fucking rules and teaching them to lie. Parent how you want, but don't disrespect other people in their homes in the process. That's just not okay. Okay, next one. Am I the asshole for making my son eat off dirty dishes? Ew, bro. Ew. Yes, everyone's saying yes. You don't even know yet. This happened 2 months ago, but he's still furious over it. I'm a 45-year-old female. I love my oldest son, but he's 17 and acts like it. Our family rotates chores, cooking, dishes, cleaning, common areas, and are all done by each family member on different days. My son hates chores and always tries to half-ass it to get out of it. He's been a constant battle. Dishes are the worst. He overpacks the dishwasher so the dish detergent can't even get on the dishes. It just catches on whatever pan he shoved in front, and he doesn't rinse the dishes at all, so they come out dirty and caked in food. If we want to eat the day after he does the dishes, we end up having to hand wash them. He doesn't care. Any attempt to talk to him is met with his little smirk, and he would say, but the dishwasher sanitized it. But he knows exactly what he's doing. I love that we all imagined that he was like 7. The day after his night to do dishes, I went to cook dinner. All the dishes were in the washer still, filthy. I had worked all day. I was exhausted. I honestly teared up seeing this bullshit. I didn't have the energy to make dinner, let alone do an entire load of dishes first. I quietly called hubby in, and he offered to hand wash the dishes I needed. Light bulb moment. I told him, yes, please, but only enough dishes preparing the food and serving everyone. But the 17-year-old. I made dinner and called kiddos to eat. 17-year-old sat down and saw his setting was empty. He asked where his plate and silverware and water cup was. I pointed to the dishwasher and said, tonight you'll be eating off of the dishes you did. Go pick them out. He went pale and started protesting that it was gross. I quickly cut him off and reminded him that the dishwasher sanitized them. Hubby backed me up. If he wants to eat tonight, he will eat off his dishes. Well, he could just hand wash them at that point, right? He huffed and said he'd wash them, and I said, nope, you had your chance to get them clean last night. Eat off them as they are or don't eat tonight. Okay. He yelled and said that he'd make his own food, which I said no. Eventually, he relented and found the least disgusting dishes and ate his dinner quietly. I felt bad. He looked so sick and grossed out, but I was sick of him wasting time and water and detergent. And it worked. His dishes came out spotless after, not a speck. But like I said, he's still furious, and I do feel bad now that it's over and done with. I'm just sick of the weaponized incompetence. He doesn't realize that his laziness fucks over everyone else in the house. Am I the asshole? This one's hard. I'm kind of going back and forth constantly because he deserved it, and it was good parenting in the sense that it taught him a lesson to learn that he needs to take responsibility for his own actions and actually do the dishes properly, or stuff like this will happen. But it depends on how gross the dishes were. Was this an asshole move? Are they the asshole? Okay, are they the asshole? I'd say yes, OP is an asshole. But a necessary asshole. I feel like they needed to kind of be an asshole to kind of teach them their lesson. But the only thing I'd be worried about is, like, could they get sick from that? I would have taken one more step. I would have said, when he said, I'm gonna just wash it, I would say, okay, the only way you can clean the dish is if you hand wash every single dish in the dishwasher, then you can eat off a clean dish. So next time, do the dishes properly, because it will be way less work. So I feel like that is a better punishment because it takes a lot more time and it's more sanitary. So it's kind of like, yeah, wash the dishes you were supposed to wash, instead of being like, you can't eat something else. You can't make anything else. You must eat off the dirty dish or you don't eat at all. I feel like that's pushing it a little too far. But yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways they could have handled this without it being so fucking gross. And I think he would have learned the lesson either way. So I'm going to say, yes, OP was an asshole, but everyone's kind of the asshole. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Am I the asshole for refusing to talk to my boyfriend because he won't stop using the phrase, do you want some Pwingies for the womb? Some Pwingies? Like Pringles? What is Pwingies? Backstory. Me and my boyfriend were on holiday in Tenerife a few months ago. We were in an all-inclusive resort, and we're standing in one of those shops in the lobby where you can buy extra snacks and stuff. A very posh British man walked in with his 12-year-old son, and they were looking around the shop. They went over where the crisps were, and the boy seemed very interested in the Pringles. The father then asked him in a very cutesy, possibly over-the-top for his age voice, do you want some Pwingies for the womb? Yes, he called the Pringles Pwingies. Me and my boyfriend found this quite funny. The first few days were fine. We both were joking about it and kept repeating it to one another as a funny way to refer to Pringles, especially as the man was talking to his son like he was a baby. This is at the start of our 2-week holiday. He did not stop saying, do you want some Pwingies for the room? For the whole 2 weeks we were on holiday. He would literally say it at least once a minute. He would even torment me by starting a sentence completely unrelated to it, then finish it with, do you want some Blinkies for the room? As some sort of sick punchline. This just sounds like me. I feel like this is my life. And you guys are sitting here being like, ha, wubby, ha, wubby. No, it's me. I'm the asshole. I can't stop saying, farting on my roommate's door. And then he follows up with, God damn! It's now been over 3 months since we've returned, and he will not stop saying, do you want some Twingies for the room? It's driving me insane. I have begged him to stop, but he honestly thinks I am just playing along with his joke. I can't have a serious conversation with him because he always manages to sleep in. Do you want some Twingies for the room? This is a 5-year-long relationship, and it was absolutely fine up until this point. This is the man I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, but now I don't even want to see him because I'm afraid he'll just say, do you want some Twingies for the room? Oh my god, I am now refusing to talk to him unless he stops. I'm honestly afraid that he will say he's going to stop and then just carry on. Am I blowing this out of proportion? I feel like this is satire. I feel like she is annoyed. Like, I feel like there's no way. This one seems like it's fake. She keeps repeating the same phrase perfectly. This is so obscure. It cannot be fake. I feel like it is, but it isn't, right? It's like, I feel like he is doing it, but like, I don't know. I still feel like it's satire because it's like, she's probably actually getting annoyed with it. But who does it? It's been 3 months. How are you not sick of the joke yet yourself? Just ignore it and it will go away. If you react to it every single time, and if he gets a laugh out of you every single time, if you're literally being like, stop every time, it's your fault too, okay? You know what? You're the asshole. Do you know why? You're the asshole. Because you didn't say you wanted some Twingies for the womb. Am I the asshole for wearing a tight dress despite my friend asking me not to? I, 20-year-old female, my friends, 22 and 22-year-old female, are currently on vacation. For the sake of the story, I will call them L and K. L, K, and I decided that while we were on vacation, 1 week, we would go clubbing as much as possible. All of my friends know that I have a feminine sense of style. My entire wardrobe consists of pink, miniskirts, dresses, heels, and lots of jewelry. Not once has this ever seemingly been a problem with my friends, at least none that was mentioned directly to me. When you go clubbing, most people tend to wear tight outfits, so my suitcase was packed with several outfits meant for clubbing. Last night, after spending our day by the pool, I started Googling clubbing places near us and broached the topic of starting our first night partying. All seemed excited, so we headed up to our room to start getting ready. I was just about done with my makeup and hair when I grabbed the dress I was planning on wearing, and suddenly the mood felt extremely sour. For full sake of clarity, it's a very short pink leather dress. Okay. Kay spoke up and mentioned that I should probably pick another outfit. I asked her why, and she said since we are all going together, none of us should try to outdo each other. I explained that I'm not trying to outdo anyone and that I just liked my dress. Elle sided with her, saying that I was clearly trying to one-up the both of them and was acting like a pick-me. I told them I'm wearing the dress no matter what, and I was sure that they would look just as, if not more beautiful than me in their outfits. They barely talked to me for the remainder of the getting ready and split up from me the moment the Uber dropped us off. It's Tuesday, and they're still being cold and short with me. I kind of want to go home, but I'm curious if I'm being overdramatic asshole. Am I the asshole? Ooh, okay. Before I see the edits, this is rough. At first I was like, okay, I can get if it's like, don't wear, like maybe it was like not proper for where they were going, or it was like too much, like it didn't look good on her. But they were like, stop trying to outdo us. Stop trying to look better than us. Weird, extreme jealousy going on. I'm saying this as a larger woman, but I feel like maybe the body types might be different between you and your friends. That's how this comes across to me. Because they're like, I don't want you showing off your body in tight outfits if we're going to the clubs because you're trying to outdo us and outshine us. The thing that's really shitty on them to me is that I think that they've clearly spoken about this before. The fact that you grabbed your dress and started getting ready and they both seem to be pissed off by it makes me feel like they've talked about this behind your back before, which is not great friends, if you ask me, you know? I can understand if they're like tight leather pink dress. Honey, it's tacky. You kind of look slutty. I wouldn't. You know what? That's a good friend. If they said something like that, I'd be totally fine with that. But they're like, you're trying to one-up us. Clearly. Even when she was like, you know what? I think you guys will look just as good, if not better in your dresses. I don't know. They're like, you're actually being a pick-me? Pick-me girl? Now let's read the edits. Edit 1. Even if you don't agree with how they handled it, please refrain from overly harsh insults towards them. Nobody is perfect, and hurting insults towards and about them does not make them any better. Okay, listen. Still being a good friend. I am seriously considering going home. I got up this morning, and when I went to get dressed after my shower, I found that several of my clothes have been vandalized 2 of my tops have been torn. A skirt of mine is completely butchered. A couple of my dresses look like they went through a wood chipper. And a pair of my heels has toothpaste squirted into the base. Both of them are denying that they did it. Honestly, I'm just beyond crushed that they did this to my clothing, and I don't even have the nerve to admit it generally makes me want to cry. What? This is insane. This is insane. This makes me feel like this is... That's crazy. That's crazy. Are they children? They're 22. There is an update post for this post. Update. Got some Twinkies for the room? I'm sorry. Well, it's been some time since my original post, so I thought it would be a good time to update. After I gave myself the time to process, I want to start with a statement that I am no longer friends with either L or K. After reading the comments under my original post, I realized how crappy what they did was and that they put me in danger. They did! That you guys were on vacation, they just like left you. They're like, bye. The night after they vandalized my stuff, we went out to breakfast and I let them know that since I am the only person whose name is checked in on the hotel and my boyfriend paid for it, they both had 5 hours to pack and find another place to stay, or they could talk it out with me and pay for the clothes that they damaged. This was not met kindly, and both of them started cursing me out and telling me that I was selfish, conniving, snake-ass bitch. I told them that it was their choice to destroy my clothes, and all I wanted to do was talk it out with them and figure out why this had to happen in the first place. I didn't get a straight answer other than I'm a selfish pick-me who doesn't deserve anything I have. So I took it as them giving me my answer. Luckily, they were not difficult besides some passive-aggressive comments. I enjoyed the rest of my vacation as best as I could, given that it was alone. Luckily, a lot of the local women were extremely kind and chatted with me wherever I was, so I didn't feel as bad. I've been home for a little less than a week, and I've received several nasty text messages from both L and K, plus some mutual friends. I spent most of the week trying to come to terms with the fact that I am losing several friendships over this. Thanks for all the help, though the comments really gave me solid advice and the guts to actually stick up for myself in this situation. Also, why you were just on a girls' vacay? Where was your boyfriend? Tell him if he paid for it. Why did he not come on the vacay? Like, did the boyfriend get some Twinkies for the room? Or edit. I forgot to mention this, but to the person under my original post who said they would try to sleep with my boyfriend, they did. Wait, what? The day after we got home, my boyfriend showed me a text Kay sent to him. Basically, it was a lengthy text message about how I'm only with him because he has money and that they should meet up for coffee so she could show him he deserves better. That is ironic for 2 reasons. I was with/loved him the same while he was broke college student working retail, and my family got him the job he has now. God damn it. I am losing several friendships over this. I guarantee you they did not tell the true story to your mutual friends. You might want to set the record straight. Honestly, after thinking about it, I'm deciding not to. If they were good friends, they'd reach out and ask themselves before hurtling insults at me and how I'm a slut or a whore. That's actually very true. Especially because they know my character. I have never left my friends high and dry. If they needed me, I was always there. Even if they needed me now in a bad situation, I would never turn them away. I have always and always will show them love and compassion. It says a lot that the one time I need them, they aren't here. That's so true. Also, not the asshole. That's obvious though, right? Not the asshole. Your friends were shit. They were just awful people.